Hello, people. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Today in our class, we will talk about phrasal verbs. Mm, Phrasal verbs is a very interesting subject in English because, first of all, phrasal verbs are created every day. So every time new phrasal verbs are coming, um, old phrasal verbs they got new meanings. So is one of the most dynamic subjects in English. So to deal with phrasal verbs, you have to be always update your information because you can get put out for the comprehension of what is said, right? Okay, so let's go here. We have here some examples, right? This is the form. Please, can you fill it in? So, fill in is a phrasal verb. It means put the words in the formulary in this case. Why are you bringing that argument up now? So, bring up is to deliver something. Police are looking into connections between the two crimes. So, looking into is like searching. And here we have, as we're talking about police, I brought you here the image of Law and Order, Special Victims Unity. So it's the is a TV series, right? That deals with police and crimes, try to solve them. Uh, some people like it. We need to come up with a solution. So here we have come up with. It's also an expression that means that you bring something. Phrasal verbs are very common in English, especially in more informal contexts. That's true. They are made up of a verb and a particle, or sometimes two particles. The particle often changes the meaning of the verb, right? As you can see here, we have to come up with. We have two. In the others, we have just one. I called Jen to see how she was. Dave called off the meeting. So call means to telephone, but call off means to cancel. And that's interesting because sometimes just the particle changes the complete meaning of the verb. So this is why it's important to know how to use it in a proper way. With separable phrasal verbs, the verb and particle can be apart or together. So some verbs you can separate then the verb and the particle, like they've called the meeting off or they've called off the meeting. However, separable phrasal verbs must be separate when you use a pronoun. So if you use a pronoun, it's obligatory to separate. The meeting, they've called it off. Please, can you fill this form in? So fill in right information in a form or document, as we saw in the example before. I'll pick you up from the station at 8 p.m. Pick up means collect somebody. So as you can see, we have here a station, a train station. So if you use this sentence, it's because you go to meet this person in the station and you get him from there to take to a hotel or your house, whatever. There's also non-separable phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs cannot be separated. Who looks after the baby when you are at work? Who looks after her when you are at work? So looks after goes together. Here are some common non-separable phrasal verbs. I came across your email when I was cleaning my inbox. So come across to find something by chance. So, oh, I came across to this 10 reais bill, right? The caterpillar turned into a beautiful butterfly. Turn into is to become. And this is the picture of a caterpillar. Is this beautiful animal that becomes even more beautiful when becomes a butterfly. Phrasal verbs with two particles. So phrasal verbs with two particles are also inseparable. So even if you use a pronoun, you put it after the particles. For example, who came up with that idea? Let's get rid of these old magazines to make more space. This, as you can see, is a picture of an old magazine, a magazine. You see that? So Mad was a very famous magazine for weird teenagers and young adults, right? Uh, the slogan for Mad was "Mad is acid for teenagers," something like that. I didn't really get on with my stepbrother when I was a teenager. So get on with is to living well with somebody. Can you hear that noise all the time? I don't know how you put up with it. So put up with is to support something, to stand something that happened. The concerts on Friday, I'm really look forward to it. So looking forward to is to expect something, waiting for something. And here we have, as we're talking about phrasal verbs, we have here a very interesting phrasal verb to discuss on. But first, let's talk a little bit about T-Rex. T-Rex is on in this picture. This is the guitar player and singer from T-Rex. His name was Mark Bolan. Is a British artist. And T-Rex is a band from the movement called glam rock, where male musicians used to use makeup, dress like girls, had fluffy hairs and things like that. The main name of this movement was David Bowie, but he turns into something different, right? And in this song, Bang a Gong, Get It On, we have here a phrasal verb. Actually, we have two: look back and get on. And as you can see, get it on, the pronoun is in the middle. So get on is a phrasal verb that is separable. You can separate the verb for the particle, as you can see in the example, get it on. Um, look back means uh, come to another place in the past. So look back to remind something. And the interesting things about get on, get on. First of all, the verb to get has a lot of phrasal verbs uh, originate by it, right? So get up, get down, get away, get over. We have, I could say, dozens of phrasal verbs with get. Uh, and also the verb get is a verb that has a lot of meanings and a lot of uses in the English language, and it's up to you to learn and develop the uses of the expression. So in this song, Get It On, Bang a Gong, Get It On is the chorus of the song. It's like an invitation to come together, to come to a place. If you look at the dictionary, get on means, for example, you are driving a motorcycle and you see somebody and say, get on, to get in the motorcycle, right? If you see the music video for the song, is a very 70s music video, and there's this girl with a motorcycle, and probably she gives the idea of this phrasal verb to get on in the back of the motorcycle, right? So this is the class for today about phrasal verbs. I hope you enjoy and see you next time, boys and girls. Peace and love and harmony.